Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another war video. But just before I get to that, I'm gonna do a few summons here to try to get the secret summon, the mimic. Okay. My network is giving me a little issue. Hold on. Alright, my network is back. Hopefully it stays and I can just finish this video without another interruption. Alright, so I was saying I'm going to try to get the mimic. I do have... what? This is a second troop mimic that's being featured. I didn't get the last one. I tried a few coin pulls, wasn't successful. We'll try again this time. In terms of the mimics, I have two experienced mimics, the holy and dark. I have one dark ascension mimic. I have one blue aether mimic and green aether mimic. I didn't get any of the emblem mimics. Those ones are, well, they do give they have a really low chance of giving master emblems, which would definitely be helpful to me, but I wasn't lucky to get any of them, so that's very unfortunate. Alright, let me do this, pick up someone here first and then move on.
Temu, shop like a billionaire.
Alright, the ad is finished. Let's see what I get. Alright, nothing there. The last two videos I posted, I didn't record them with any sound. That's because I've been really tired lately. Long hours at work. I didn't really want to go on rambling in those videos. I could only post the first half of my War of the Three Kingdoms, but I did post the results and the coin pulls I did, and you would have seen me pull Gilda. I decided I'm gonna level her as my next 5-star project. She seems like she'll be a good holy hero to have on my bench. Alright, next I'm gonna go for the fortune summon. Alright, let's go ahead and use these 7 rolls. I would really love to get Zhao costume. That would really be helpful to me. Ouch. Yeah, this is what I didn't want to happen. Alright, this is really annoying that the internet is going in and out like that. Alright, so right, I was saying that I'd really love to get Zhao costume. That would be really helpful to me. Alright, go. Alright, we'll put it in between these two. They're the same element. Let's try to see if superstition will hold up. Now again. Leave it down. Okay. Screen. G again. Alright, only 2 left. Red. Okay, dragon kids. Alright. Boosts the character and nearby allies health by 260. Alright. Alright, last pull for this fortune summon. Man. Well, I said I was really hoping to get something, especially Shouter's costume, but not this time around, unfortunately. I have 19 seasonal. I'm not gonna use any more there. I will use a few in the next season's portal that's coming up, just to try to get Lady Wullerton's costume. I do really like that 4-star healer. Alright, so next portal, I'm gonna go for Astra, our new Astral Demon healer, reducing damage. And she does power up her allies at special skill. Alright, that's pretty cool. And those awesome passives there. Alright, it's only 2 coin pulls. Let's see if I can grab anything. I'll just put it in between those 2 features. See what happens. Right. Last one for this portal. Red again. Alright, so now we've come to the final portal for this. This Unwin. Damn cool hero. Slow speed. We're still gonna give it a try, see if we can grab anything. 4 coin pulls. I'm gonna use all 4, unless I get something before I get to 4. It's red. Restart trading. Alright. Let's see what comes next. Red again. Gormick again. Next up we have Mr. Blue Tree. And last one. Alright, sweet. Little John. Gotten quite a few 4 stars. That will be helpful for feeding. As you know, last time I got Rosef, I now have him at level 85. Very nice hero. Very good in bloody battle. Can be. Well, the fiend part. But unfortunately, since he's a healer, that part doesn't do anything. He still gets rid of debuffs from the caster and nearby allies, which can be helpful. So anyway, it's like a safe cleanse. And it gets rid of wither effects as well, and negative stacks. That's very helpful. Alright, let's move on to the war. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the mimic, but such is life. Alright, so we're seeing the current scores there, and there's not a lot of time left. Less than 2 hours. They have 33 flags left, we have 24. Scores aren't that far apart, so this is going to be close. Alright. You can see that the board was cleared not too long ago. I was messing around in War of the Three Kingdoms with some mono teams. Probably not a good idea for me to try to do that here. No. Alright. I'll build this team well. Let's see what we can come up with here. I'm gonna use a trio of yellow. So I'm gonna use this dragon here first. I always say it, but I always do it anyway. I bring in Gilmet with Guardian Gazelle, and Gilmet's effect won't work since Guardian Gazelle's dance is there. Alright, what to bring as the support? I wouldn't really need Voltaire there. Alright, we'll go with this. The reason I changed from the toon to the second costume is because the troop for the toon isn't done yet. So I figured it would just be better to use the second costume. That took a while. This is gonna be very troublesome. Alright. This board has blessed me with holy tiles. Let's make sure I make the best use of it. Let's go with that. Yep. Let's do that. Alright. That was a really great board. Holy tiles everywhere there. Alright, I'm gonna pause and come back with the next one. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use this team here next. Power difference is a bit scary though, not gonna lie. But we're gonna see what we can manage here. Make sure not to bring any greens or any darks. Those toons hit very hard. Brought in Glusmer and Molossi. Whoever I can get to first can block Ultrax from bringing up his counter attack. Frida's there if Ultrax does go off. Frida can dispel it. Well, it might not be dispelled from the toons, but we'll have to see how it goes. Managed to finish off my team. That's fine. Always happy to see when there's a fail first. We don't want to see any one shots against my defense, of course. but I'm seeing a move I can make here where I can get both some mana for both colors, and it will set up another blue match. I'm gonna go with that first. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do this. Nice. This board is flowing really well so far. Calm the sucker off. Don't hit someone. Really? That's annoying. All right. Let's get some healing. Trick. All right, let's go with that. Yeah, this is bad. Him going off right now is the worst. Malus is obviously not going to survive that. I knew that would happen, but I still had to try. It's really cool that Ithar evaded, but she's gonna die from the molten core. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Alright, there's no way they can heal. Oh well, the healer's in the corner, but he's not gonna go off just yet. I'll try to bring his HP down a little more first before I flee. But then again, he's done. Alright. Alright, I'll go ahead and do my cleanup. I'll save Snowfoot for another team. So I'm going to use Sinan here. And now for some support heroes. I would really love to get some more costumes for her. She's just way too outdated with only one costume. Alright. Okay, I guess I can use her here. Yeah, we'll go with this. He's going off anyway. Let's get some tabs. Wow. Thankfully, he hit a yellow. Alright, so I'm gonna face off against this team here. It's a cleanup. I'm gonna use 3 reds and 2 green. Rosef will be should be very helpful here. Alright, let's see how it goes. Again. Alright, like I was saying before, I'm going to use a 3 of red along with 2 green. Let's see what we can make from this one. Alright, a good amount of fire tiles. That was a good amount of movement. Jesus. Alright. Okay, close. Oh. If I used Broseph first, this far. Dispel first, huh? And third one anyway. Alright. Alright, for the next battle I'll be going up against this team here, and I'm gonna use a 3 of purple along with 2 red. A little risky going purple, but we'll get to see what happens. All right. Come on. All right, so back in the game. As you can see, I changed from darks to holy. I'm just feeling like it would probably be a better choice. Interesting. All right. All right, so the weakest member of this team, Topaz, unfortunately is quite outdated. Goldie's there as well, 4-star. Can be quite useful because she's a 4-star. Her stats are really nowhere near a 5-star level. Damn it. Alright, back again. Let's try this again. So this video is being dragged out way too long by this internet issue. Hopefully next time I do a video it's not like this. Alright, here we go again. Let's see if it works this time. Me depend this. Alright, finally. Now I really need to get rid of Saber. lost my healer. That's what happens when you mess around with Sable too much. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. They're down quite a bit. Yeah. Alright. It makes sense I just attempt to finish that up. Going in with a dark stack. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead with this team here. Let's try to finish this up. Okay, that's nice. Very nice. So I can take him out. Let's get that fiend out. Alright. Not the best, but quite a good contribution to this war effort. And my defense is doing okay. It's been taken out twice, but both of those, it was a fail and clean. I'm more than okay with that. And my final score for this war, 386. Alright, so that's it for this video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the red emblem mimic. Maybe next time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.